Welcome to Empowered by AI, the podcast for women entrepreneurs ready to harness AI to take their businesses to the next level. I'm your host, Michelle Muncie Silva, founder of Innovative AI Studios. You may have left corporate life to start this entrepreneurial journey, but you don't have to go it alone. Here, you'll find a supportive community of like-minded women and an invaluable thought partner each week, as my guests and I share actionable insights you can use right away. So let's dive in together. There's your gorgeous soul.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Can't complain, girl. I can't complain. It don't pay to.
Okay. Tell me what's going on with you.
Girl, I've been doing a little bit of everything. I'm always tapping at something. If it's not education, it's project management. I recently took a course in cybersecurity, but I'm always in AI. But I love it though. I know it when people don't know what's going on, it may seem like I'm all over, but I love it because everything that I have experience in, I always find ways to tie it in with AI. So it works perfect. It go hand in hand, whatever I do. So I just love it. And I'm always willing to learn something new. I'm always looking to skill up. And of course, with AI, it's so robust. It's something that's always changing. Once you learn one tool, here comes another one.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
It's so easy to go down a rabbit hole with all these different tools. Because ChatGPT used to be my boyfriend, but I cheated on him a long time ago with Claude.
Yeah, no, ChatGPT 5, I just had a whole breakup with that. Yeah.
Oh, I just can't get with 5. I'll
Yeah.
stay with 4 when I'm over there because Chatty be doing some things and saying something. I say, see, this is why I departed ways with you. This why I divorced you because you're not right. I love Claude and Perplexity a little bit more, and I like Poe as well.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So that's what I've been doing lately and working a lot more in reset, helping women. And I just recently started offering it to men like 2 or 3 months ago. So now reset is for men and women to overcome and defeat trauma. So I love it. I love it. About a month ago, I had a consultation with a couple actually, and that was so great because that was a first. I had never had a consultation with a couple where they coming on board, but we just had our consultation last month, and I was just like head over heels. I was like, oh my God, this is really happening. This is what I'm doing.
Well,
So
tell
I
me
love
about
it.
Reset. What is that?
That's an organization. I say organization, but I'm certified trauma certified life coach. So it's all about life, but I focus mostly on trauma and helping people overcome and defeat trauma because everybody, we don't want to, what's the word I want to use? We don't want to face it, but a lot of times all of us are walking around like walking ticking bombs, just so full of trauma. And if you're not aware of it, you're not familiar exactly what trauma is, then you don't know. We're holding old wounds from our childhood, holding grudges against an old boss, maybe just anybody, just in all of this
I do
trauma,
that.
just all of this trauma just all bottled up inside, and it's not good. And it took me forever to realize it myself because I was always easy to brag on. Oh, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I wear my heart on my sleeve. But that's not always the way to go because at the end of the day, you're hurting yourself.
Yeah.
And not to get religious or anything, but one Sunday, maybe 2 Sundays ago, word was about forgiveness. The whole time you thinking you hurting them by not forgiving them, but you're just basically just hurting yourself. So you're holding on to unforgiveness trauma.
Yeah.
And we don't realize that.
Yeah.
I love it though, especially when I get to share my story. I haven't shared everything, but when I get to share my story with my clients and my potential clients about how reset was birthed to begin with, and I may not be a psychiatrist, I may not have those letters behind my name, but I've actually experienced and overcame trauma. And that's how reset was birthed.
There you go.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Your clients are blessed to have you.
Yes, I love it.
Let's dive in, Miss Kee Jones. Let's talk about you. Are you ready?
Yes,
Right.
I see.
So
When Beth was alone,
Bells ringing, whistles blow. Okay, let's start at the beginning. What inspired you to lead in AI, and like what kind of moment really solidified your commitment to getting AI out into the world?
Let's see, because it started out like it would be strange. It's strange. It didn't start out a traditional way. It started out because I'm really a planner girl at heart. I'm a paper junkie, okay? That's another thing a lot of people don't know about me. I'm a paper junkie. My daughter stayed fussing at me. She was like, Mama, you're a pack rat. Where you going with all these different journals and all these different planners and you're not even using some of them? So basically, that's really how it started out when I started playing around. An older friend introduced me. I was already playing around in Mid Journey, but she introduced me to it even more. And when I started tapping more into Mid Journey and started seeing the things that I can do with it, hey, I don't have to be paying for all those stickers anymore. I can make my own stickers. And that's kind of part of it, what got me into it. But really, what really inspired me was seeing how AI could be not only a door opener, but not being a gatekeeper as well. So I realized also that Black women and underrepresented voices, they weren't at the table and being left out of shaping the same very tools that we use every day. That's what's shaping our future. But one of the moments that really solidified it was when I was working in a district and I had introduced to the principal what I was doing at the previous company that I was at. And I was like, I can possibly do workshops or whatever if you want me to. And then one day after school, when they had maybe like a parent teacher conference and stuff like that, and I not worked, but I stayed after. And the principal wanted me to introduce it to the parents and some of the other teachers what I was into, and some of the kids was there too. And just to see their little faces just light up when I told them what I was doing and the outcome that you can get out of it. And just that look on their face was like, oh yeah, I belong here. I could do this. So that was the moment that solidified things. And I was like, I can't just dabble and play around in AI. I gotta lead it.
Mm-hmm.
I said,
I was just gonna
was one of the moments that solidified it.
Yeah, and you made me think about that you've said that representation isn't optional. And this is one of those examples. When people see you presenting, they might maybe see themselves as something's possible for me now. And you've said it's essential, right? So how do you help Black women feel like they truly belong in spaces where they've been historically underrepresented?
I'm gonna say like one of the sayings. I just keep saying it. It sounded like a broken record. I help by reminding them that they don't have to shrink themselves. Walk into these spaces and these places like you belong here. You bring the perspective. You're not here to replicate anybody. You just go as your authentic self. So when I created my space, like Reset, authenticity is a standard. So I also let them know you challenge these institutions and these places to include us where we belong, but also value our presence. So belonging is not about filling in and shrinking yourself. It's about reshaping the room so you can bring a difference to everybody and make everybody shine in the room, not just yourself.
And
yes, ma'am.
I'm interested what you think are the kinds of like technical and non-technical skills that are really most important right now for someone who wants to begin working with AI, especially if they're coming in and not seeing a lot of people in the room where they're like, okay,
Right.
I don't see myself in this space yet. What can they do to make themselves feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more engaged with those skill sets?
Okay, I'm gonna talk about from the technical side of things first. Don't try to do all the things. I say pick a niche, pick something and stick to it. Learn it. Learn the foundations first. Learn it, and you can start out with just as simple as basic coding. Again, don't try to do it all. Basic coding, learn terminology for one thing, so you can hold a conversation. So when you're talking to somebody about all of this, you're gonna know the terminology when they say it. The data literacy, that's another one. Learn that too. And also understand, again, back to the fundamentals. Also understand how these models are trained. So that's on the technical side. And let me think. From the not technical side, just use some of the skills that you're already using and you don't even know that you're using them, like your critical thinking skills. Be great at communication. And one that I'm very big on in AI is ethical awareness. That's one of the big ones. So it's a lot of people that's not into tech, they think it's all about just math. It's not about math. It's about meaning. That's what I tell people. So you just build ethical, responsible systems. If you don't understand people, you don't understand the culture, and you don't understand the history, go back to the fundamentals.
Mm-hmm. And you're such an advocate for ethical AI use. What is something that you think every woman entering the space needs to understand about bias, about fairness in these systems?
I would say they should understand that AI, it doesn't come neutral, okay? It's only how they always tell us is what we put into it, what we feed it. So if it reflects the data that we're feeding it, and that data, of course, is going to reflect society's biases. So you don't question it, you're just repeating harm. Again, for those in the back, if you don't question it, you're just repeating harm. So bias pretty much isn't just what I want to say, it's not just a technical glitch, it's human responsibility. So every woman entering into this space needs to be both a builder and she needs to be a watchdog.
I love that. I love it. And that really leads me to wonder, it's okay at this point. So how do you balance? How do you find that balance? You've got the enthusiastic passion for the possibilities. I'm so excited to dive into this, but we've got to balance it with that caution because it can reinforce some inequities if we're not really intentional. So how do you suggest we move forward there?
That's a good one. And I know it may sound crazy what I'm about to say, but what works for me is I balance it with tension. And I know it sounds crazy, but you know how sometimes people say that they work better under pressure. Some people do, some don't. Like a lot of people work good when they're out on the last minute assignments. Oh, they could get it done so well. They're last minute. No, that's not always good. So don't follow that. But some people work great under pressure and tension. But I also look at it like this. I celebrate AI's breakthroughs, but I'm big on interrogating those blind spots. So it's not about choosing hope or caution. It's about holding both accountable. So I believe in responsible innovation. If it doesn't serve the most marginalized, then it isn't truly about progress.
Do you think there's like an overlooked way that we can all contribute to making AI more equitable? So even if we're not the tech ourselves, we're participating in it. How can we contribute to increasing AI equitably?
One way I can honestly say, one overlooked way is how we use it, how we use AI. So every prompt that we put in, every data set, every conversation that we're having is training these systems, okay? So if we push back on stereotypes, use inclusive language, and challenge those outputs, then who's reshaping the ecosystem? Us. So that everyday users have more power than we even realize. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that 100% does. By acting in it, you are helping retrain it.
That's right. Exactly.
So for women who are listening that want to create that kind of supportive space where they live and they're working with others who want to know about AI, or where they work and they might be the AI person at their job, what do you think is that first step?
I'm going to say, like my grandmother used to always tell me when I was younger, if you want to learn something, listen. Always listen. Be mindful. Listen. Keep your mouth closed and your ears open and listen. And don't assume that you know what someone else needs. Ask them. Always ask. Don't just jump the gun. Then try your best to create a consistent space, even if it's just having, we like to say, coffee chat, tea, even if it's just that. And support doesn't have to start with a nonprofit, or you don't even have to have a big budget. But it starts with making someone feel seen and definitely heard. So that's what I would say, the first step. First and foremost, listen. And try to be a great communicator as well.
I love that. What do you think is a particular mindset shift that helped you as because you're leading others? You've got clarity and confidence. You've got both tech and advocacy spaces. What is a
Yes,
mindset shift that really helped you that you would want others to consider?
that's a good one. I would say my biggest shift was moving from imposter syndrome to impact. So instead of always asking, I say for permission or asking if I'm qualified, I just started asking, who can I help if I show up? Who needs my help? Because I love serving. I love helping anyway. So who can I help? So that mindset right there frees you from I always want to be perfect, from perfectionism, and it centers you in purpose. So that's the mindset shift I had.
I love that.
Thank
Love
you. Thank
that.
you.
Now, because you've done so much work in service, in helping others, can you think of a particular story where someone in your community went from maybe that uncertain space to empowered with AI? Like what shifted for them?
Let me see. Let me think. So somebody in my community. Oh, yes. I remember one time a young lady that I mentored. She was very hesitant. Of course, non-techie. I don't know why, but I guess that's because how the saying go, when you know better, you do better. So I remember when I mentored her and she just kept saying, I'm not a tech person. I'm not techie. I'm not techie. I'm not techie. But after guiding her through a simple project using AI, as a matter of fact, it was something that we had to do at church one time. It was something we had to do at church. And I helped her make up a song using AI to analyze her song lyrics. So she realized after all that, it's not that bad after all. It's not a distant thing or nothing like that. It pulled out her, I want to say, creative skills, her personal skills, and just let her know all of this is accessible. It's right at your hands. So I seen a shift of it shifted from for her from ownership to she went to consuming tech to creating it. So I really did like that. I was like, girl, you made a whole song, girl. You made a whole song.
I love that. And to me, it's like that just, I so get a whole nother level of energy from watching women just embrace, like that might be something that she'd always wanted to do. And now she could just access it and do it.
Yes.
I
So it's awesome knowing all was right at our fingertips.
That's
You
exactly.
just have to know that it's there for you.
Yes, you just have to see it's, wait a minute, that's possible. Oh
Mhm.
my God. And that's that awakening that I've seen so many women have where they realize, okay, hang on, that dream, I put that aside for a while. And read, I can pick that back up now.
Because one thing that I must say, even as long I haven't been in AI forever, but still the period of time that I've been there, I'm still mind blown about all the stuff that I'm still continuing to learn. And I'm like, I could do that. I could do that. I don't have to pay this. I don't have to pay. Whoa. So even us on the educator side, we still just as mind blowing. But it's a great feeling though. It's great because it's a lot of things we just like them. We didn't think that we could have done it either.
Exactly.
Yes. So it's great. It's great. It's great.
So,
Yeah.
what is next for your company reset, and how can listeners connect with you as they move forward?
Reset. I'm just so excited for our what I can tell you now. I just announced a podcast. So I'm going to do a podcast. And gonna be everything basically what I tap in. Everything everything is available to talk about on my podcast. When I tell you from cybersecurity to cloud to AI, project management, ed tech, K-12, higher education, faith, wellness, you name it, we could talk about it on Kee's podcast.
I love it.
But overall, Reset is evolving. I want to have it like a hub where tech and wellness and equity collides. all in one, building out programs that merge mental health with digital literacy, leadership, and AI ethics overall. So listeners, they can support by joining my workshops or even collaborating or partnership with us to bring reset, maybe even into schools and workplaces, or simply just spreading the word. Because reset isn't just a mission. It isn't just my baby. It's a movement. Because especially in these tech spaces, especially in big tech spaces, everything's all about tech and we forget about our mental health. And especially when we already workaholics, it's already in us. And we forget about us. We forget about self-care. And again, we forget about our mental health. I want to find ways where I can always continue to tie that in.
I think that is so important because we have realized initially when we started with AI, it was, oh, this is going to give you so much more free time, so much more downtime. Productivity is just going to move the charts. But what so many women I talk to have done is it didn't give them more free time. It brought those creative ideas that were in
it made them want more.
Exactly. Or made them want more. So they're even busier than they were.
I tell you, we are constantly going down an AI rabbit hole. And sometimes we don't know if that's good or bad. But we have to stay abreast of it because it's very robust and it's just moving. And if you don't keep up with the time, it's going to leave you behind.
I love that word, robust. That is a really good way to describe it.
I'm telling you, it's extremely fast. It's going faster than the Energizer Bunny. I always try to remind women and now men as well, whether you're in tech, whether you're in construction, whether you're in education, no matter what industry you're in, always put you first. Always put your mental health first. So that's why I say I always try to find ways to tie reset in with everything, every niche that I'm tapping in.
And we are all the better for you diving into those niches.
Yes. I love it. So yeah, that's what's going to be on the podcast. I'm going to talk about everything.
Oh my God, I love it. When you get the link, you're going to give it to me. I'm going to put it in the show notes because that's going to be amazing. Are going to tune in.
Yes, you're going to have to. It's called Kee It Real instead of keep with the K-E-E-P. Keep it real. No, it's called Kee It Real. So we're going to keep everything real on that podcast. We're going to talk about the good and the bad, the ugly and the beautiful about AI. We're gonna just be very transparent because again, like I tell people, AI has its pros and cons. We're not gonna act like it doesn't have its pros and cons because it does. But it's a very great tool. But we just want everyone to be responsible. Use it responsibly and most of all ethically.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kee It Real.
I love it. All right. We are subscribers as of today o'clock.
Yes.
Kee, thank you so much for joining us. We are
welcome.
We're all the better for having listened to you and hung out with you. So thank you again.
My pleasure. My pleasure. And anytime, I'll be more than welcome to come on. All right. Have a good one.
Thank you for tuning in to Empowered by AI. If today's episode sparked ideas, don't wait. Follow the link in the show notes to visit innovativeaistudio.com and download your free resource created to help you put today's insights into practice. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future episodes packed with more tips, tools, and inspiring stories. Until next time, stay empowered and keep innovating.